Hey, keep doing these things and you're going to fail at real estate. All right, let's get real and get right into it. So, first thing, I don't want you to fail. So, let's go over these things so that we can help you out and make these adjustments and switches right now. So, number one, waiting for motivation instead of following a schedule. Well, guess what? Sometimes I'm not motivated to do it. But if I have a habit that's created, I just do it. So most agents believe they feel need to be motivated before they're going to take some kind of action. The problem is motivation comes and goes, right? Sometimes we feel like doing, sometimes we don't. So top producers do not rely on motivation. They rely on habits and schedules. This is why it's so important to schedule out your day. Those first part of your day, you've got to get that prospecting in. I like to do the second part is you're scheduling appointments. If you don't have appointments, guess what? You're going to be prospecting or trying to get appointments. Now, yes, we're going to mix in social media, posting, YouTube channel, right? But during the day, you got to have those particular things scheduled out so we are not relying on that, right? Not motivation, it's a schedule we follow. So, an example, you can wake up tired and just not feeling like doing the calls, right? Instead of sticking to your prospecting block from 9 to 11 or 8 to 11 or 8 to 12, whatever it is, or an hour, you spend the morning checking social media and emails. By noon, you've accomplished absolutely nothing that can generate a closing. So it's not that you haven't done anything, it's just not in, right, the money-making activities, the most efficient. What successful agents do? Well, they're going to make calls whether they feel like it or not. I can tell you, I have done that for years. Okay, I just do whatever is on there. Trust the schedule, not their emotions. And then if we want to plan or adjust, we can do that at the start of next week or the start of the day if we have to. Day before would be ideal, but don't do that. Second thing is, please, 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 if you like this stuff, subscribe, right? I do see more people subscribing. Thank you very much. Comment below if you're going to change one of these things or you want to take some action. Make sure you get into my free coaching group for sure, and then in paid when you're really serious. And just ask me, hey, Frank, what's the next thing I should be doing? Guess what? I'll tell you. And the people that have followed my advice and done it, they crush it. People that don't usually wash out. It's really kind of cut and dry, actually. All right, number two, prospecting only when business is slow. I see this time and time again. We start to have success, we take our vacations, we have a little fun, right? We get off the horse that got us there. We stop filling that pipeline. We stop building the things because, oh, we got so many deals, we're so busy. No, we have to keep going. We have to keep building. We don't stop, right? In fact, it's easier because you're less pressured. You're better with clients when you have 17, right, pending, like one of my coaching clients has. Okay, yeah, it's easier. You're more confident. You can ask those tough questions like effortlessly. But when you're desperate and you have nothing in the pipeline, man, it is harder to get it. So you got to keep prospecting even when it's slow. Um, that way you don't need the deal because by then it's too late. Now you're 30, 60, 90 days out. Example, you close 3 transactions, get busy with inspections, appraisal, paperwork, TC. You stop prospecting for 30 days. 60 days later, you have no leads, wonder where your next deal is coming from. Such a typical pattern. You got to break that. So if you're prospecting every day, even during the busiest months time, you know that today's conversations create closings 30 to 90 days from now. So you got to keep doing it. Number three, spending more time learning than doing. Man, I am guilty of this one. I love studying things. I can literally just keep cranking knowledge, build, build, build. But at some point, you have to put it into action. Knowledge is important. Don't get me wrong. It is. And I love learning. But action creates income. It's the actual doing it, right? And we all like it a little bit. Man, the people that just get right into it win. So an agent watches 3 hours of YouTube videos on lead gen, listens to podcasts, attends a webinar, watching my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Reads a new script. But at the end of the day, if you haven't spoken to a single potential client, which is better, you got to take the action. Not saying the knowledge isn't great. Please don't misunderstand me. It is, but it has its place. You have to have the actionable items that are going to lead to those sales and make money for you. And what successful agents do, they learn one thing, apply it immediately, then they go to the next thing. Okay, take that action. Make sure you're having those 10 real estate minimum conversations. Ideally, it's probably 15, 20, 25 if you have no appointments. Okay, number four, avoid difficult conversations. All right, well, many agents avoid the conversations that are going to make them the most uncomfortable because they fear or reject that conflict, right? They fear rejection or someone saying no or having that potential conflict. Example, listen to me sitting with 45 days with no offers. Seller needs a price reduction, but you keep avoiding the conversation because you're afraid they're going to get upset. Another example is avoiding commission objection because you don't want the client to push back. Well, what do most successful agents do? They lean into the difficult conversations because they know those conversations are going to solve the problems and create results. You have to do it. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it, right? But take that action and avoid, like, do not avoid the difficult conversations. Okay, number five. This one plagues a lot of people. Failing to follow up consistently. Hey, you don't want to win. This is an easy way not to win. Fortune's in the follow-up, but most agents quit too early. Example, a lead says they're thinking about moving in 6 months. You follow up twice, but never contact them again. 6 months later, they list with another agent who stayed in touch. Time and time again. Don't you hate that? When you knew you were even counting on them. Oh, I'll have that. Yeah, you never followed up. You never did the things. You never gave them value, right? Someone else did. What successful agents do? They create systems, calls, text, emails, video messages, market updates, and different things that work as funnels, right? If you've got a Facebook group, great. If you've got other things, you're doing social media, you got a YouTube channel, you've got content where it's helping that. That still doesn't replace it from you doing it, but it does help. It will keep you top of mind if you have those things. Number six, treating social media like a hobby. Many agents just post random content and hope business magically appears. Example, you post pictures of your lunch, your dog, your occasional listing. There's no strategy, no consistency, no call to action. What successful agents do, they create content that educates, entertains, and builds trust. Every post has a purpose. Example, home buyer tips, seller mistake, local market updates, client success stories, community highlights, right? Things that are relevant for them. And it works. But if we're just kind of copycat, we see some post, we go, oh, that's a cool one. I'll post it. But if there's not a strategy to it, right? If we're not building that, it's harder and we treat it like a hobby, right? Consistency over time is what's going to win. I've seen this in almost everything that I do. That formula works. Okay, number seven, making excuses instead of adjustments. Every market presents challenges. I see this time and time again, right? Excuses don't generate income. Example, interest rates are high. Instead of learning how to help buyers navigate the market, you spend your time talking about how difficult things are. Common excuses that I normally see. There's too many agents. Yeah, but there's still some agents that completely dominate. And you know what's crazy is those same agents, no matter where you put them, would eventually completely dominate again. They just would. Leads are too expensive. Okay? Nobody wants to move. Focus on the solutions. That's what successful agents are going to do, not the problems. Figure out how to make it work and win. You can do it. Number eight, relying on one lead source. Seen this happen from time and time again, over and over. Many agents build their business on one lead source and become vulnerable. You depend entirely on online leads. Guess what? The platform changes, the pricing goes up, the quality drops, and your business pipeline disappears overnight. Saw this many times with different platforms. Right now you got competition. Now they're selling it to multiple, or oh, it suddenly went away, or they went internal. What successful agents do is they diversify. So lead sources are going to include your sphere of influence, right? It's one of my favorite ones. Your referrals could be open houses, social media, right? You're not on YouTube, you're falling behind. Video marketing, expired listings, for sale by owners, where I cut my teeth on all these things. Geographical farming, I would throw in door knocking, network groups. Okay, there's so many different things that you can be building up. And then, of course, I like the lead engines. Getting my paid. I'm going to show you very quickly how you can get business fast. Yeah, you're going to put in work. You're going to put in a lot of work. but it's going to be worth it as you build it up. And it really doesn't matter which one. We want you to get better at these and just keep expanding. Okay? Number 9. Oh, I don't need to track my numbers. You can't improve what you don't measure, right? You tell yourself you're working hard, but you don't really know. You just know a few numbers. Do you know how many calls that you've made? How many conversations you've had, right? 10, 15, 20, 25. How many appointments you set? How many contracts you signed? Without numbers, you're operating on feelings instead of facts. Plus, you're not seeing your improvements. If you're improving, your ROI of whatever activity that you're tracking. Successful agents track everything. Okay, example, 50 calls, 15 conversations, 3 appointments, 1 client signed. They know their numbers. So they know how many no's they need to get to that yes. The numbers are going to tell a story and reveal exactly where improvement is needed. It's big. Start today. Track those numbers. It's going to help. 10, thinking activity is the same as productivity. Many agents, they stay busy all day long, but accomplish very little. You spend 4 hours, I got to organize my CRM. I got to design this flyer. I got to check my emails. I got to watch market updates. Okay, but at the end of the day, you've had no lead generation conversations. That doesn't equal productive. What you have to focus on is prospecting, lead follow-up, appointment, negotiating, ask referrals, creating things that are going to lead to that. Okay, but you got to eventually have those conversations, right? So here's the brutal truth. Keep doing these things, you're going to fail. It's going to be very hard. You're going to rely on luck. I want you to win. Okay? And it's not because you have most agents fail because of lack of talent. It's failed because they're consistently avoiding the activities that are going to create clients. You're just doing the wrong things. You're just spending your time in the wrong places, right? Or not improving in the right areas, or not building the things that are going to bring things to you. So if you prospect daily, follow relentlessly, have those difficult conversations, track your numbers, stay consistent. When others quit, you're going to put yourself ahead of the majority of agents in the business. Those habits may not feel exciting, but what they are create predictable closings and long-term success. I'm going to tell you right now, you can do this, but you got to make those changes. Okay? Believe that you can win, attack your day, get in the free coaching, make sure you subscribe, get in my paid coaching. If you're really, really serious, I will speed you up quickly. But take action. Don't sit on the sidelines and wait for everything to fall apart. You've got to take that action. And when you do, great things will happen because you will build momentum from it. And you will start building those habits. I'm excited to see your success. I hope this was valuable for you. Please, please like, subscribe, comment, share this. Ring the bell. And I really, really appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.